Hi guys, this is a book by Daido Moriyama. It's a retrospective produced by Prestel. I'm gonna flip through this one. It is a little bit difficult because a lot of the photos are vertical, so I'm gonna need to kind of flip this book around. So your patience is appreciated in advance. One thing about Daido is there is some nudity, so I'm gonna have to be careful in order not to be flagged by our AI masters. I do love a lot of his work. I think the framing and also the point of view of his photos is very good, and also the fact that he really overexposes his photos. I mean, they're very grainy, aren't they? And interesting. I mean, he catches these characters that I don't know who they are, but they all look so kind of mischievous and dark. Kind of looks like somebody from a bank heist movie. He does capture a lot of the seedy scenes of Japan as well. A lot of the underworld. It's a great action photo. I mean, there is a lot of mystery in his photographs, aren't there? This is kind of very typical apartment block in Japan, especially the older ones. I mean, this would be the kind of apartment block that you'd find here in these types of buildings. Such unique characters in these photos. I guess these are a few photos of the TV that he took, because I know he didn't take this original photograph, of course. Almost looks like an Andy Warhol photo. I mean, one of the prints he did about the car crashes. I didn't realize the majority of these photos would be vertical. You're not going to be able to make any sense of these photos. These are all his contact prints. So even his contact prints are all overexposed. Interesting. I don't know enough about his process to give any type of lecture about how he processes photography. I don't know enough. I know he has a point and shoot camera, or at least he does a lot of photos with a point and shoot camera. I do like these types of photos where you have the background of some writing in black and white. I think it always makes the subject pop. Okay, this is our first nudity, but luckily it's from the back, so pretty sure we'll be fine. We can spend some less time on some of these photos. I do like this photo here. And I'm not familiar with this book, by the way. I bought this recently. It's not one that I'm familiar with. I mean, he publishes so many photo books each year that I think it's impossible to be familiar with all of his work. And I went to the bookshop the other day and I noticed that he even publishes magazines. And he signs them as well. But he publishes them at such a pace. That's an interesting one. I think he seems to have less nudity than Araki. Maybe I was confusing his work with Araki. I mean, they're both quite similar, aren't they? This is kind of famous one of his. This is one of the first photos that I saw of his, of this dog. I think I could be wrong, but he may have taken that one in Argentina, because I do know he traveled a bit in South America, and he produces these tiny books. Not tiny, but I mean, they're smaller than a standard paper-sized book. I mean, judging just by these photos, I would say that I prefer him over Araki. So I'm not going to flip all of these. Some of these ones, especially the ones that are less focused, maybe it's not worthwhile to flip them over, I guess. But there are some that are quite interesting. I think they deserve to be flipped around. That's a great photo. I think the lines here kind of make it interesting. Didn't realize it was originally in color. I have to say, I'm pretty unfamiliar with his color work. I do like the tone. Reminds me of the My Bloody Valentine CD cover. And here I am proven to be wrong. He's using not a point and shoot camera. So please ignore my comment from a while back that he uses a point and shoot camera. Again, I'm most probably confusing him with Araki. That's another great photo. Actually, right now it's cherry blossom season here in Japan. So maybe a good time to go out and get photos. There is a section of this book which I think we don't need to flip through in so much detail. It's coming up soon. It's the yellow pages. They say that people from West Japan, from Osaka and those areas, they tend to wear the leopard skin prints more often than the ladies do from Tokyo. So when you see like an old lady with a leopard skin print, you can almost assume that they're from Kansai. I did have to cut this video in half because my son interrupted me. So it's going to be the first time that I actually edited a video for you guys. Okay, these are contact prints. I don't know how many pages of contacts there are. I like this photo as well. It says here, Ogawa Boxing. It must be like a boxing hall, I guess, but it looks tiny. It's convenient. I mean, these are vending machines haven't changed much over the years. Really wasn't familiar with much of his color photography at all. Okay, this is one where he's point and shoot, and this appears to be a GR, so digital. I think that looks like the first version of the GRs, the Ricoh. If from here is GR, then it may make sense that there's less grain. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, this does look much more clear, doesn't it? And spending time on this book has been pretty good. I think I do appreciate his quest to find different patterns and different shapes in black and white. I think his photography is quite interesting. You do see a lot of homeless people around the stations here. This is quite a typical view. You do also see a lot of houses like this where they're abandoned. I think inheritance, the tax on inheritance is about 50% or so. So if you inherit a house and you sell it, 50% of it goes to the government. So I think as a result, sometimes houses remain empty. These photos do look much more clear, don't they? Kind of looks like Shibuya. I think that's a self-portrait. Near Yokohama, where I live, there are 3 gas balls, but they could be anywhere, couldn't they? It looks quite contemporary, these photos, because of all the masks. Okay, I think the rest of it is just text. So let me just quickly go through this. Yeah, most of this is just text. So these are selected publications, I guess, where the photos first appeared. There are a lot of photography magazines here in Japan. Asahi Camera seems to be one where a lot of his photographs pop up. Or a hunter. This is back in the 70s. Still back in the 70s here. I guess now we'll find out whether some of those clearer photos were from digital cameras. This is a famous one, Provoke. I don't have many of his actual, like, Japanese books, although I did do a flip through of these two books actually. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this book. To be frank, I enjoyed this much more than I thought I would. I had not spent much time on this book before. I do like Moriyama's work, but I enjoy more now having spent some time with it. Have a good day.